another beautiful, cloudy, muggy as shit day here in Pattaya. It rained all night, so it is muggy and hot today. But what can you do? It's that time of the year. So, where have I been? What have I been doing? Why have I not been uploading as much? Well, let me tell you. Well, long story short, I like money. And I got offered a job here. So I was like, okay, let's do this. Let's make some money. Let's work on the YouTube. Didn't really work out that way. I'm gonna break down why. Let's just analyze a little bit. So basically, I met another American here who had a job, and he was like, hey man, we're hiring. And I was like, okay, well, I think I could do this. Why not? Well, working in Thailand is not exactly like working in the States. Me and my naivety, that's definitely not a word, but me being naive, I was like, hey, I've done this before. I know what the deal is. I can totally do this. I'll still have time to work on the YouTube. I'll make a little bit of extra money in the meantime. No. This is Thailand, or as we say, TIT, baby, T-I-T. This is Thailand. Everything is different. If I've learned anything so far, it should have been that, but I didn't. So let's break down what's a little bit different about working in Thailand as opposed to working in the States. So, first thing, in the States, most places you get paid every week or you get paid every 2 weeks. Thailand, the standard, once a month. You get paid once a month, usually on the first of the month. So, starting a job, you know sometimes how you like miss the pay period and then you gotta wait 3 weeks before you get paid? Not here, baby. You gotta wait a month usually. You might get lucky if you start halfway through the month, they might still hit you on the first, but usually from what I've seen, if you start in the middle of a month, they stack your pay for that first 2 weeks, and then you get paid at the end of your first full month. So you're talking 6 weeks before you get paid. Probably a question I should have asked before I started, but what can you do? Second thing, actual labor laws. How much you're allowed to work in a certain amount of time and how you're supposed to get paid based on that. From what I've seen here, the labor laws are pretty much non-existent, and the ones that are in place pretty much say a lot of the times you have to work 10 days before you can get a day off. If you want to do the math, that's 3 days off a month, which is a lot. The shifts are longer. There's no like stipulation on if you work so many hours that you need to get paid more. Not a thing here. So I was working 6 days a week, 10-hour shifts. My entire life, the most I've ever worked was 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. That's the most I've ever worked. Most of my life was 3 or 4 days a week for 4 or 5 hours. So it was a lot. Hence why I didn't have a lot of time to film. I was just always tired. Just had to sleep to be able to not be miserable at work. So I'd wake up, be tired. Not that filming is super hard, but it is hard to be creative or, you know, just even have ideas when you're just exhausted all the time. Number 3, I think, the pay itself. So what I was doing, I was getting paid more than the people around me. But coming from the States, it's hard not to compare your pay to what you were getting in the States. Granted, it is cheaper to live here, but your time is your time. So the fact that you're getting paid around $3 to $4 an hour for 10-hour shifts, brutal, man. It was hard for me to accept that. Granted, it's enough to live off of if you're budgeting that way, but I mean, I think my first job ever, like I worked at a Wendy's in the States. If you know what that is, it's fast food. It's like a burger place. I think I'm pretty sure I made like $6.50 there, and that was my first job ever. I was like 15, 16, something like that. So cutting that in half was gnarly, brutal. Couldn't really wrap my head around it. Just a quick reminder too, if you are enjoying the content, please consider cruising down and dropping a like, a subscribe. If you don't like the content, hit the dislike button. It's okay to not like shit sometimes, but if you don't like it, please go down in the comments and tell me what you don't like, how I can improve, how I can entertain better. If you'd like to support the channel financially, please consider cruising down to the Patreon. Gives me a little bit more money to get out, explore some more, have some better content, get some better equipment, just to improve the quality of everything. Thank you so much. So, with all that in mind, what did I decide to do? Well, if you know me personally, you know I have no problem quitting a job. So, I woke up one morning and said, you know what? I'm over it. I'm getting back full-time to YouTube. So, it's me and you again, baby. Just us against Thailand, or with Thailand, or against the world, or with the world, however you want to look at it. But I quit that shit. I wanted more time to be creative. That's why I came here in the first place. I didn't really come here to work. That wasn't really the plan. Like I said, I didn't really think a lot through. I just heard money and I was like, all right, bet. And yeah, it didn't really work out, but you know, no big deal. I'm sure there's a few more things that I'm thinking that I just can't think of right now about how working here is different. If you do have any questions, please just go down in the comments, drop them down there. I'll do my best to answer anything, obviously. And you know, it's good to be back, man. It's good to be back. Expect a lot more content coming back in heavy. Gonna try to upload at least 5 times a week. Yes, 5 times a week. Gonna try to pump them out, give you guys plenty of content. If there's anything you'd like to see, please consider dropping a comment down below on what it is. I'll do my best to get to it. Best line of contact for me is through Patreon. That's a direct line. I get all the notifications. I get emails, so I will not miss your message in there. You can subscribe for as little as $3 a month. You get access to some B-roll footage, stuff that doesn't make it into YouTube. I almost choked on my spit. But yeah, stuff that doesn't make it onto YouTube. I got some stuff from my Instagram, all that good stuff. Instagram, all my other socials are linked in my bio. And yeah, it's good to be back, baby. I'll see you guys soon. As always, I love you. Bye.